What's up, guys? It's Eric and Marcus from Eric Candy, and today we're bringing you the finals of the South Carolina State Championship. And we also upload a top 8 and top 4 games, so be sure to check those out too if you haven't already.
Hmm.
So, here in the finals, this is kind of an interesting matchup. Um, we have Greninja BREAK made it all the way to the finals on this day, so that's kind of impressive.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we got our friend Pat playing Greninja BREAK on the left, Pat Orgel. And here we have Connor Finton playing Mega Rayquaza Jolteon on the right.
right.
I didn't know actually what he was playing until we were recording. So I was like, huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So he's playing Jolteon EX though, right?
Yeah, it is the
Yeah,
Jolteon EX.
that's what I thought.
And so we see a town map and a dive ball. And then sorry for the glare, they had us move to the other side for this finals match. Um,
And Pat just passed. He didn't really do much there.
yeah.
So the Jolteon's kind of a cool card just because,
Uh-huh.
Night March is probably the best deck in the current format,
Yeah.
debatably.
Hmm.
And Mega Rayquaza just kind of loses to Night March, I think, just because Joltik can knock him out for a DCE. But it's kind of cool playing the Jolteon EX because Jolteon's a new card we got from Generations, who, when you attack, it prevents all damage to him by basic Pokemon. So it really helps with the Night March matchup. And
Right.
I'm guessing that's probably one way, or probably a main way that Connor made it all the way to the finals.
Yeah.
If I just had to guess, I haven't talked
Right.
to him about it yet.
Um,
So here,
and
yeah,
he hexed Pat for Pat's turn, so I don't know if that affected Patrick in any way, but
yeah,
um,
it's hard to say. I don't think so. I think Pat's got a somewhat dead hand.
right.
See a Greninja, a couple of Versus Seekers. Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
So if, yeah, I mean, do you attach a DC and knock out this thing? Because he has Shaman, or I'm sorry, Jirachi on the bench.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got one in hand or not,
Oh,
but
okay.
I yeah, I don't think he's got one in hand. But yeah, that is a tough call. If he did have one, do you want to knock this thing out and then get Stardusted?
Yeah, it's a interesting decision. So here he also plays Zorark or Zorua, Zorak, whatever.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of cool.
Hmm.
Kind of curious what that thing's for. Just is it for the ability? Does he? I mean, I guess you can attack with it since you already run DCE as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just I don't know to have an answer to Regice
Hmm.
or Trevenant potentially.
Yeah.
Hard to say, but seems cool. This is actually my first time actually seeing this version of Rayquaza in action too. I know there was another player. There's at least one more playing it at the tournament, but
Yeah.
this is my first time actually seeing how it's supposed to work. So, does he have a Spirit Link on a Shaman?
I believe so.
That's not good. Okay, so here's the DCE, and I guess it's okay
Yeah. So he'll take a knockout and then
because he can also potentially just attach and Mega Turbo
right.
onto the benched one if he needs to knock out this Jirachi.
Yeah, and here we see a bird from Patrick. This will be cool if he can get an energy attached to Jirachi. He can just kind of snipe around and then wall with Jirachi as well.
Sure,
So that'll be neat. He'll be able to not be
that's
attacked for a
true.
turn. Yeah. So we'll see what he flips. And he gets heads,
Ooh,
so 7 cards. I see a Remoraid and an Octillery too, so that's not too bad.
so bumps the Sky Field. That seems fine. The Hoopa especially is a liability because if I don't know if Connor knows that he doesn't play Lysander, but if he ever did get Lysandered, he could just bring up the Hoopa and snipe around it. But it's kind of a moot point since Pat actually doesn't play Lysander in his list.
Yeah, and he didn't get a water energy to attack with that Jirachi, unfortunately, either.
Yeah, that's really big. Because especially with this Greninja deck, you need every last turn that you can buy in these early stages of the game.
Right.
But he does have Ace Trainer, which is a really, really good card in this type of deck. Since we've talked in our previous video and this one, Greninja does tend to go down on prizes pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It is one of the slower decks right now. So Ace Trainer is a really good card that kind of says F you to your opponents for going so much faster than you.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's starting to stabilize. He has 3 Greninjas on the board at this point. No breaks yet, but
Right.
you know, I'd imagine you would probably see him take all his prizes off the 2 Shamans, the Jirachi, and the Zorua. That seems like Pat's quickest way to victory here, I think.
Yeah.
So here, okay, so he's got the break. It's handy. Okay, so we're gonna see that.
See if he can take some prizes off of Shaman with the spread damage as well, I guess.
Okay, so let's see. Now, if Connor can hex him, even that,
Yeah.
just hex attack every turn, like that's ideal. I mean,
Right.
I can't see Pat's hand. I'm not sure what his options are right
I
now.
know he's got a water energy in there, and I see a Sycamore and a Wally, and a Versus Seeker, I think.
So it looks like he's attacking on this Rayquaza. Okay.
Gonna play a Wally.
Fisher.
Or never mind, he's gonna play Fisherman, I guess.
Oh, they're
Or
making
no.
him play the Wally, I guess.
Oh, okay, okay. Since he put it down, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess what do? Just retreat into the Froakie?
It's the only thing I can
pass?
think of, yeah.
Well, I can't tell what Greninja that is. Is it the one with...
I believe the one in the act. I think
If it's the ability one, he can't retreat.
yeah, I think they're both the ability one, honestly.
Okay, so that's a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really needed that Fisherman. Because he would have been able to get a knockout on that Shayma at the very least. So what does Connor have to work with here? I'd imagine we'll see it, an attachment to the Mega Rayquaza. Or maybe a DC onto... Oh, okay. So, okay, Giant Wire Shuriken. Pat's going to take his first 2 prizes. And so here you can start to see he's creeping back into this game.
Yeah. And he grabs a Dedenne, which might be nice.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I think he's debating if he wants to retreat.
Looks like he does.
That seems good. So I can't tell how much damage that Rayquaza has on him.
Yeah, it's...
So,
There we
okay,
go.
so it was enough to knock him out. The glare was
Yeah.
messing with what I could see.
So Pat's winning now.
Yeah, like it was looking horrendous for him.
Yeah. He's up 2-3.
Yeah, I mean, even next turn, he can just, Giant Water Shuriken, the Zorua, and the Jirachi for game. Or the Shaman. It's not looking good. If you're Connor, you're probably sitting there thinking, how did this happen? What happened, guys?
Right. So he's going to
Okay.
retreat, and I guess Sky Return? Yeah.
But the thing is, he still can just knock out the Zorua and the Jirachi.
Right. So
we'll do-
60,
And then all he has to do is...
retreat, play a Fisherman, yeah, so...
So that's crazy. I mean, even with Pat played down that Wally on accident from what we could tell. So making that misplay there, if that, wasn't what he actually wanted to do, and missing the energy to use Stardust with Jirachi. I mean,
Right.
these are like two kind of decent sized misplays.
Yeah, and still came out on top. So
But to be fair too, I mean, we've had a long day. We had 7 rounds of Swiss,
yeah,
and they're playing best 2 out of 3 for top 8, top 4, and the final.
right. So
So whenever you get to that point in the tournament, you're always a little worn out. So I mean, if you're Connor, you really have to. I think just maybe just set up your whole board,
yeah,
and then just keep hexing. Like
yeah,
get a bunch of
yeah,
Pokemon down on turn 1, and just hex every turn. I mean, that
yeah,
seems best to me.
yeah. Definitely try and do that. Keep the Versus Seeker in hand, so you can keep playing that Hex Maniac. Stop the giant shurikens and the water shurikens.
So we'll see. So he starts Jolteon. Luckily, Jolteon has free retreat, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it does.
Yeah, it does.
So not the worst starter, even though it's kind of a somewhat useless card in this matchup.
Yeah.
It's good because he can kind of easily change his mind and retreat to somebody else.
So he grabs 2 of those and the Mega.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So it's actually looking to be a pretty good first turn for Connor here.
Yeah. Playing a Battle Compressor, getting rid of a Sycamore, a Lightning, and a Lysander. So I'm assuming his last card is a Shaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So DCE coming down. Another Hoopa.
Hoopa.
Okay. So Rayquaza, maybe another Shaman. Oh man, Homeboy plays 2 Jolteon.
Yeah.
He is prepared for Night March. Okay, and just ends his turn with the Mecha Rayquaza evolution. And that seems fine.
Yeah.
So luckily, Pat's been hitting these town maps only. Okay. I thought his prizes were really awful for a second.
I see a Frogadier in there.
Yeah, I believe a Greninja and a Froakie.
Yeah, that's what it looks
It's
like.
not like the worst thing ever. Like luckily, it's just one of each, and not
Right.
like 3 Greninjas. But
Yeah.
so luckily, he does have the town map though, so he can kind of pick and choose what he wants to get.
And we see a muscle band on this Octillery. I mean, he had to do it to get more cards off of Abyssal Hand, but
Yeah, of course.
it's just funny to see this thing.
And that's
Oh no, it's a scoop.
God.
So I guess going to game 3.
Man, that seems to be Pat's luck in these top cut games. If you saw our top
Yeah.
8 game, it was kind of a similar thing. He won game 1.
Yeah.
He basically lost after the first turn on game 2,
Right.
or very quickly like that, and then moves on to game 3. So hopefully he can repeat the good luck he had in the previous top cut round and pull out a win the same way he did before. But
Yeah.
let's see. Hard to say what will happen. You have to think. I mean, Connor's deck is super consistent, but the problem with it has all of these easy targets for Water Shuriken, because Mega Rayquaza usually plays at least 3 Shaman.
Yeah.
So I mean, Pat could probably take all of his prizes just by picking off Shamans.
Right.
So even though Pat's a bit slower, as far as developing his board, he can kind of jump back into the game quickly, taking cheap prizes like that. So it's just hard to say. It's hard to say which way it'll go, especially because Connor plays Hex. Okay, so we see a Jolteon start from Connor. You have to feel pretty good about that. And so, seeing a dive ball. And what else does Pat have to work with here? I see a Frogadier.
Yeah, and a break. Not really what you want.
He might consider just waiting a turn, evolving into the Frogadier, and using water duplicates. And That looks like what he's opting for.
Yeah.
So Connor, he found his Hoopa, which is really good for that first turn. Filling up his bench with all these EXs. I'm not sure what's in his hand, but it looks like he's doing okay so far. Oh, and he plays Puzzle of Time as well. Okay.
So just looks at the top three.
Shame.
Assuming just so he can draw more cards.
I guess so, yeah. And okay, just see a Mega Evolution. I mean, even that's pretty much fine because Mega Rayquaza will be able to knock out this Frogadier, assuming that he has an energy to do so.
So water duplicates.
Okay,
And he's got the other Frogadier in hand as well now.
Yeah, so I think Pat's board is actually in a pretty decent spot. He's got the Dedenne on the bench too. I think that'll be kind of an important card because I'm not sure if Connor plays Altaria or not.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Yeah.
Granted, I don't think Dedenne can knock him out in one hit.
Right, like it could have Veltal where this he swings for 120 if Rayquaza has a double colorless and a basic energy. So
But here, if he can
he does
just Wally into... Oh, I was going to say, if he gets the Greninja that has free retreat, he'll be able to just retreat into the Jirachi and use Stardust.
Yeah.
But
So he's seen Octillery.
I'm
He
guessing-
gets a Greninja, but not with free retreat.
But he does still have a Sycamore, though. Oh, but he already
Yeah,
Wally.
he's already played Wally.
I'm not sure what his hand was like before the Octillery, but I almost kind of would have rather just seen the retreat into Jirachi.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, and he plays the Hex. So that's really what Connor wants to see is that Hex Maniac. 'Cause that's what's going to win in this game, really.
Yeah.
If he can just keep streaming those Hex Maniacs, that's the best way to take down this Greninja deck.
Right. So we get a town map.
Man, I swear Pat plays like 6 of these things in his deck. He keeps drawing into it so well.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So, Sycamore.
And there's 2 break prize as well.
Ugh. And he missed the energy. But he still has Octillery, I think. I don't think he Abyssal handed yet.
Right.
So, Level Ball, get another Froakie.
So he'll get the Stardust
Oh,
here
yeah.
at least.
Dude, I completely forgot. Jirachi has Stardust.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm thinking, oh, he's got to use Dedenne. But I forgot Jirachi's better in this
Yeah.
case. So I'm trying to see what's in Connor's hand. I'm trying to see if he has a Versus Seeker or not.
I can't tell.
So I do see a Stardust. That's a little rough. But
So lightning energy down.
if you can just like manually attach Versus Seeker for Hex and just keep doing that,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd even be fine with that. So let's see, Compressor, get rid of Lightning and Lysander. Not sure what else he really needs in his discard. And Jirachi, okay. Yeah, it's a good one to get rid of.
Yeah. It's not-
Totally useless in this matchup.
Right.
Ooh,
So Lysander.
okay. I would have
Knocked it out. Well, he got Stardusted, so he couldn't attack the Jirachi. So
That's true. Oh,
he
yeah.
got rid of the threat
I
that
don't-
hits him for weakness.
I don't know where my brain is at. Yeah, you're right. Summit Lab. That could be annoying.
Right.
Just because Mega Rayquaza is typically reliant on Shamans for their draw, but... So here, what do you do? Because I can't tell if he has any other energies on him. Like, does he have a double colorless on?
He does have a double colorless on.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Taking your word, Marcus.
Well, it looked like that before, and he was able to attack. So yeah, I'm pretty positive that's a double colorless energy.
Okay. Yeah, because I think he just manually evolved into the Mega. He didn't use a Spirit Link.
Right. So he's thinking about if he wants to spread damage. I'll just put it on the active.
I think that's fine.
And then another Stardust.
There's that 110. So 2 giant water shurikens will knock this thing out, but I don't know if that's going to happen with his breaks and the prizes.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know. I would almost prefer going after the cheap prizes in this case, but I don't know. Wait, what just happened?
I don't know. Did he play an AZ maybe? It's the only
I'm
thing I can
guessing
think
so.
of. Yeah, he had to have played an AZ.
Okay, so that seems like a fine play.
Yeah. Puts down Rough Seas.
Okay, so
Looks like we see a double Water Shuriken onto that Shaman.
mhm.
And then he'll get this Greninja out.
Okay. Seems.
Rare candy.
Yeah, you know that's what we like to see. Why aren't they gold, Pat? You need the gold ones.
Yeah, gotta play the gold rare candy.
Oh wait, what happened? Oh,
I was just taking a look at that Greninja.
so yeah, Moonlight Slash, and I like that. Puts the energy back in his hand. In case he does get knocked out, he will be able to use that Water Shuriken
Yeah.
the following turn.
Or even get the Stardust.
Yeah, that might be what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Ooh, double puzzle time.
Uh-oh. Is he going to target down that Jirachi? I didn't see what he got.
Hex.
Okay, so he grabs a Hex.
And I mean, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
Because now he won't be able to take an easy knockout off that Shaman. But, I mean, I don't know. Stardust is still pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Pat, you have to think. I mean, I'm sitting there like, all right, cool, I'll just discard your energies.
Yeah. So we see a Stardust here for 10.
Okay.
Goes over to Connor.
He's got to hit a Mega Turbo soon. So
Yeah.
Sycamore. I imagine he'd probably hit one at this point. Okay, nothing. Okay.
Yeah. So Pat gets 2 prizes.
What's he getting there?
I think he's
Sacred Ash and a
gonna
break.
break it. Yeah.
That seems good. Okay, so, I mean, if you're Pat, who are you targeting next? Because there's no more cheap prizes.
Right.
I guess you just go after the Mega.
Yeah, either the Mega or the Jolteon that's got 2 on it already.
Yeah.
It does only have 160 compared to most EXs that attack with 170 and 80 and stuff like that. So he's down to 140 on it now. That's the only thing I can think of. But
Ooh. And I forgot about this. Unfortunately, guys, this is probably the worst game for the camera to run out of memory on. But we did run out of memory recording this.
So
But Marcus, didn't you find out what happened in this game?
I didn't find out what happened next. All I know is that Connor Finton won. So
Yeah.
sorry about that, guys. That we don't have the rest of the game on here.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. So we'll try to do better next time.
Yeah.
I can already feel the thumbs downs on this
Yeah,
video.
I know.
But I mean, even still, we figured you'd still at least want to see the bulk of this series.
Right.
Most of it is here for you to watch. But
Yeah.
like we said, Connor Fenton did end up winning South Carolina States with Mega Rayquaza Jolteon.
Yeah.
So again, sorry about that. But even still, be sure to like, not dislike, and subscribe. We would appreciate that.
Yeah.
And
Congrats to Connor and Pat for making it to the finals and whatnot.
But yeah, so also be sure to let us know what you think of some of these decks making it into, top one and two. I think a lot of people kind of expected Night March to just
Yeah,
dominate.
and then we didn't see any in top eight at South
Yeah,
Carolina.
which is actually cool. We have a lot of really interesting decks like this Mega Rayquaza deck, that odd Vespa Queen deck from our top eight match.
Yeah,
Even well, and even Greninja. I mean, it's a
yeah,
well-known deck, but I
uh-huh.
don't think people were expecting it to
Right.
make top two. So
Yeah, yeah. Like one of them, I think Zach Bivens, for sure got in the top eight, maybe top four, maybe even the finals. I don't know where he ended it the last week in Georgia, but I know there was one there. I don't really recall any other Greninjas being in any other tops. I'm sure there were,
yeah,
but
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, even still,
a good mix of decks in top eight here,
so
without
person,
Night March being
yeah.
one.
Personally, I would actually rather bring you guys a game like this that ends a little early than just a night march mirror in the finals.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah.
but anyways, guys, we'll stop rambling. But so we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you guys for the next one. Okay.